We talked about clinics using really powerful softwares, but using a fraction or maybe less than 10% of what's possible with it. A big reason was there is no user. They didn't have the right marketing or tech person to actually operate the software to maximize these results. Is that also true for this new generation of clinic owners, these entrepreneurial clinic owners?
Yeah, inevitably the answer is yes, because as the clinic grows, you get to a certain size where the clinic owner is no longer hands on the tools. When they are hands on the tools, if you're a younger, tech savvy, etc. practice owner, then sure, you have an advantage because you're willing to invest deeply in the tools. But as the practice grows, you inevitably start to get further away from the tools that drive the day-to-day. And then you start to encounter this problem of very spec capabilities in the software, very low utilization. We have a relationship that we're trying to build with a CRM provider that focuses on healthcare, and they acknowledge this problem. They say, hey, we work with a lot of practices. Most of them don't use our full feature set. We try to schedule customer success calls with them, but they don't necessarily engage with us. And so you have a tool that's being used, like having a car and only ever driving it in second gear. Then hold on a minute, this thing isn't working. Why can't I go faster? Why isn't it serving my needs? And so you end up with this inevitable tension where software fails to get adoption in the healthcare space because people are so overwhelmed with the feature set and not necessarily getting the right outcome. And because a lot of the users for that frontline tool stack, people are sitting at reception in the front office, they are in service and operational roles. They are not technology roles. And assuming that someone who's sitting at the front desk or focusing on patient intake should also be deeply engaging in how to build automated workflows and all the other things that you'd expect in modern software is just wrong. So there is no user for the tools that are trying to solve this problem, which is exactly why we've taken the approach of, we're not going to give you the tool. We use our own tool. We're going to give you the user who knows how to do these things because they do it all day. That's their bread and butter. So there's a very big shift happening right now between people who are selling seats for a license. You've got 10 people at your front office, 20 people at your front office. We're going to charge you per seat. And providers who are saying, you know what? We're just going to charge you to do the job. Don't worry about how we do. We might use a hammer. We might use a wrench. We're going to try and deliver the outcome. And that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the outcome. Whereas in the old world, you're paying for the software, then you're paying for a user. So now you've got tech and a salary cost on top of it, and you still don't have the right outcome because more often than not, you're not using the full feature set. So this idea that more software solves the problem is not right. The reality is that you need people who will use the tool in the right way. That's the hard person to find, because when you're paying someone to sit at front office and you expect them to have 5 years of experience in patient intake, they have not spent 5 years of experience mastering software, especially your software, which they probably haven't seen before.